好，现在进场的球迷朋友们，再跟各位讲一个好消息。从这2天开始呢，我们在我们的面对我们的商品部左侧的商品部，面对商品部左侧的商品部，我们现在呢已经有开放客制化球衣，但是呢，我们现在能客制的部分，暂时目前是只有开放可以烫印球员的名字，还有球员的背号。所以呢，请记住，我们目前在我们商品部左侧的商品部，我们开放烫印客制化球衣，但是目前只有开放球员的名字以及球员的背号。感谢你们。那想要这个烫印自己喜欢球员的背号还有名字的，在我们的商品部左侧，感谢你们。
我就是我行我素。
好，新庄体育馆的球迷朋友们，大家好，我是你们今天 Uber Eats 的外送员。大家好，我是球给彭尊的彭尊。
大家好，我今天是你们的另外一位外送员，我的名字叫做汉地 Handley， 欢迎大家一起来使用 Uber Eats。
哎呦哎呦
，All right， 当然呢，我们还有一位重要人物，在 Uber Eats 上绝对点得到好听音乐的 ，We got 我们的灵魂人物 DJ 生。
什么好听的音乐都点得到。
没错，来新庄城堡绝对点得到。
那我们今天呢，面对的是高雄一期直播钢铁人。同样的呢，禁卫军将会全力以赴。但是呢，我们有3名球员因为伤兵没有办法登场，所以更需要现场所有的球迷朋友一起应援，一起守下这一胜，框 The City。
Let's go！ 没错，当然呢，欢迎我们新北国王 Uber Eats 主题周。我们 Uber Eats 在1月17号到1月30号，在我们的 Uber Eats APP 上面推出国王盛宴专区，推出了多项优惠，国王盛宴专辑节、汉堡王啊，或者是世界豆浆大王等王相关品牌推出买1送1的优惠。来不了的就上 Uber Eats 一起享受国王待遇。
那提早进场的朋友呢，都可以拿到我们 Uber Eats 的拍拍扇。等一下比赛的时候呢，也希望跟着节奏一起敲打。那另外呢，还有 Dentist Day 牙医选的，今天是口腔的清洁液，喷雾清洁液，在你享用完美食之后喷一下，让你的口腔清新，非常清爽。那都数量有限，所以呢，大家记得哦，数量有限，送完为止。
没错，那我们城堡周边活动呢，有 Area 02城堡夹鞋机、王道银行、Global Mall 环球购物中心所准备的周边活动。那欢迎我们进场的球迷朋友们，可以多多利用时间呢，去参加我们的城堡周边活动。那另外呢，今天的禁卫军预测是第1位站上罚球线的禁卫军。想要参加我们预测的球迷朋友们，可以到我们的预测摊位投下你神圣的一票。我们将会抽出2位，赠送杨敬敏的亲笔签名球。
那昨天跟今天呢，都是 Uber Eats 的主题周，当然呢，我们也推出限量的商品。第1位呢是林书伟的里程碑的 T 恤，以及呢屡次暴扣带给球队士气的 Kenny Manigo 的2位的限量的主题 T 恤，但是呢，在昨天呢都已经售到。不过没关系，我们昨天呢临时呢赶快在1月25之前呢，我们将会有预购的动作，所以喜欢的朋友呢还可以到我们的商城做一个预购的动作。
没错，大家要把握机会。那本周呢，我们今天的中场游戏就是我们的 Uber Eats Yes or No 投球 PK 游戏。我们将会邀请4位幸运的球迷朋友们来参加。等一下呢，我们会丢出我们的小球，1颗球是2位球迷，所以呢，记得呼朋引伴，找你的好朋友一起来参加我们的中场游戏。1颗球2个，我们总共会有4位幸运球迷。那获胜的人呢，就可以获得林书豪亲笔签名的 Uber Eats 限量好礼。All right， 那现在呢，我们要把你们的拍拍扇拿出来，以及把你们的最大的声音拿出来。首先，让我们欢迎我们新北国王大队 New Taipei Queens。Yo, DJ Song, we drop the Queens.
Rider, bust you need it, I'll bleed it. Geeking off a perkin', bitch, I'm feeling like a demon. Bitch, I came in, drifting on the pavement. Pass me the stainless, I'm mask off faceless. Rider, bust you need it, I'll bleed it. Geeking off a perkin', bitch, I'm feeling like a demon. Bitch, I came in, drifting on the pavement. Pass me the stainless, I'm mask off faceless. Fuck it up, bitches fuck with me like a double cup. Pouring up, pull up to the scene with a double dutch. Buckle up, racing on the street with a muscle front. Huddle up, fucking with my team, yo, we coming up. Ooh, none of these bitches ever heard about you. Zooming through the block with the murdered out. Cool, rolling with the Glock, I could do without you. Running with the clock, they forgot about you.
Fuck this club up. 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 Fuck this club up.
ATL Jacob, he a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
Fuck this club up. 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 Fuck this club
Hey yo,
up.
I tell them that I'm the sleaze. They telling me, okay, prove it. I leave these bitches on red, so now they know that they blew it. I tell them I'm moving units, my videos, they gon' view it. Spotify ain't gotta lie, they really streaming my music. Give me my times. Give me my times. Give me my time. Then take away 2, I 8, I win. Give me my time. Give me my way too. I ate it up again.
All right， 尖叫声给我们的新北国王啦队 New Taipei Queens， 非常精彩的表演，感谢我们的新北国王啦队。
相信诸位已经迫不及待迎接新北国王面对高雄17直播钢铁人。双方准备就绪，首先介绍客队高雄17直播钢铁人。1号李瑞琪。 6号邱伯章，8号王绿翔，15号卢哲义，18号林志伟，23号瑞米，30号陈冠全，35号丹尼尔。接下来进场的是先发5人 ，Starting Five，0号铁米。 4号陈佑维，28号施敬尧，34号塔碧，77号张博维，助理教练潘一平、林冠军，总教练邱大中，总经理高景言。请所有球迷朋友们将目光移至上方大荧幕。
多打到1号位了，吸收经验了。现在是 Randall 要付出代价，林书豪变挡加速，进转加上。
接下来进场的是新北国王。首先为各位介绍 Number 2， 来自台湾艺术大学禁卫军新秀苏培凯。Number 4， 禁卫军雨伞大厨李威霆。 Number 24， 关键大心脏小胖洪志善。Number 10， 禁卫军弓箭手微笑射手 JJ 简佑哲。Number 6， 禁卫军士官长新北的阿美族战士杨建明。 Number 55， 空中冲锋部队，Kenny Manigo。 Number 17，不断进化，我大苏醒，舒适圈。Number 49，禁卫军防守悍将阿宅翟顺浩。Number 11，新北皇家坦克王柏芝。接下来为各位介绍新北国王先发5人 ，Starting 5。Number 1，左右开弓，Joseph Lee 林书伟。Number 3，禁卫军陈俊南。Number 33，城堡守护者 Christian Edward。Number 14，皇家阿帕奇 Tony Mitchell。按赞、订阅、开启小铃铛。Number 72，观众就爱看小丽林立人。总教练阮马相，助理教练马卡佩拉林正义，球队经理洪世谷，球队助理洪成渊，心理咨询师 Clay Dana， 首席体能教练张崇熙。体能教练刘振宇，防护人邱博凯、吴成豪，数据及影片分析师李维恩，总经理毛家恩，执行长陈信生，董事长王文祥。
好的，新庄城堡的球迷朋友们，麻烦现在是需要拿起你们的排扇，以及呢，把你们的声音拿出来的时候，我们呢等一下要跟我们新北国王啦队 New Taipei Queens 一起来练习我们新北国王的应援。好的，这边呢欢迎我们的新北国王啦队来到我们的场中央。好的，我们的女王们都准备好了，麻烦我们现场新庄城堡的所有球迷朋友们，也拿起你们的排扇，来跟我们一起练习我们的应援。All right， 第一个呢，就是从我们最重要的防守开始进行。All right， 拿起你们的排扇，体力上，让我们一起来捍卫我们的王城吧 ！Let's go， 防守，防守。防守，防守，防守，防守，防守，防守。All right， 这就是我们的防守。接下来呢，就是我们进攻的时候，也就是我们的新北国王。All right， 地铁上 ，Let's go Kings。新北国王。新北国王，新北国王，新北国王。All right， 这就是我们的防守以及我们的新北国王 ，Let's go Kings。接下来呢，需要大家一起把你们的双手高举，跟着我们后面我们新北国王的大旗一起左右摇摆。因为这一季势必我们要把我们的荣耀带回我们的新北市，也就是要播放我们的主题曲《Color City》。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Welcome back or welcome to a Plus League English broadcast. We have the Kaohsiung 1-7 Live Steelers against the New Taipei Kings. Both teams currently with 2 straight wins. Somebody's going to get a 3rd win in a row tonight. With the earlier conclusion of the Lioneers Pilots game, here are the current Plus League standings as we bring you into Xingzhong Gymnasium. The Dreamers maintain the half a game lead over the Kings, who can even them with a win tonight, at least in winning percentage. And the Lioneers and Pilots both at 500 now, and the Braves lost to the Lioneers yesterday. They fall to 6-8, and the Steelers currently winning 2 in a row. Want to get to the Mendoza line, as we say in baseball. On the Mandarin broadcast, just like yesterday, it's Xiaohu Hu Junqi and Julian Lin Zhilong. 球迷朋友们，你找到了官方的英文转播，要看小胡跟志龙哥的讲评，当然就按到了中文连结。谢谢你的收看，记得 Plus D 转播都要按赞。The Steelers are finishing a 3-game in 3-week road trip. They'll be at home next week, and as mentioned, they have won 2 straight. Both times it was the Pilots in their building, but it is the Pilots who have been very much an up-and-down team this year. They face a tougher test here against the Kings at home. If you've been following along, you know that one of their stalwarts, Captain Liu Zhenlu, sustained a pretty serious knee injury a couple weeks ago. And on the other side, it's the Kings, who have just played last night, defeated the #1 Dreamers by the biggest margin of Season 4, thanks to Jeremy playing his first Plus League game in a few weeks to the tune of 43 points, including a record-setting 22 points in the 2nd quarter. But today, he and #9 Li Kaiyan are out. But the Kings have been here before with a loss and then a victory. Let's listen to Su Sixuan
其实也没有
pregame.
什么做出太大的调整，就可能平常练习的时候，练完球后可能自己再留下来多投篮之类的。然后我觉得是大家在这几场的时候把握度都蛮高的，就是不管在罚球还是在空档的当下的时候，就会把握这些的出手。其实大家可能上场都知道自己要干嘛，就是可能我们有针对他们的主攻手，我们特别去防守，因为把他分数降低，就可能导致他们进攻的上没有那么顺，所以我们才有机会去跟他们做对抗，然后赢下比赛这样。
My apologies, that was actually Si Jinyao of the Kaohsiung 1-7 Live Steelers. You see their splits from the first 13 games where they only won 1 game, allowing 101 points per game, but in the last 2, only holding the Pilots to 82.5. So that's a dramatic improvement, but it is the Pilots after all on the season, especially on the offensive end, having some struggles, and the Steelers having major defensive end problems. Now on the King side, they would also try to put an emphasis on getting defense leading to offense. They're featuring a new starting lineup for this particular game, including maybe some surprises. But Coach Marchand, like he mentioned in yesterday's affair, saying that a long season, gonna ask for guys to try out different spots and give a lot of people different chances to get out and play. One of those players has been James, or Big Sushi, as they used to have a Little Sushi. He's seen a dramatic improvement in his stats, especially coming on as of late. And there was plenty of stretches in yesterday's game against the Dreamers where the Kings only had 1 import. So let's listen to Su
因为我们
Sixuan.
昨天最多应该有赢到差不多30分，但是第4节那时候就是可能遇到一波乱流，就是被追到可能剩11分左右吧，所以那时候就是也有教练有叫一个暂停，然后就是希望我们要再更专注一点，所以我觉得就是上去的时候就是在防守端上先就是注入更多的能量去帮助球队，那我觉得也有带动自己还有团队的进攻，就是后来才就是比较顺利，再把比分给拉开。自己一开始就是 告诉自己说一定要比上一个赛季有明显的进步，然后就是自己当然也有给自己一些目标，可能像是外线的命中率，可能要在自己一开始预期就是要在3成5以上，那自己就是开季后也觉得可以去追逐这个进步奖或是第6人这个奖项。那刚好今年也是合约年，所以自己就是也希望就是可能往后的比赛就是至少要维持，或是要再有更比就是上半季更好的一个表现。
Sushi saying that they had a lead of almost 30 points, but down on to 11 in the second half to the Dreamers. The timeout message from the coach was to focus and put their energy on the defensive side. While offensively, Su Zhuxuan is seeing his scoring up, but most importantly, that third row down, a 3-point percentage up from last year's 19 to 46% on the season. And with additional playing time, he's also getting 0.7 blocks per game, including 2 big ones yesterday. Shared that the second part, outside shooting has been a very intentional goal for his, and maybe eyeing with free agency coming up to perhaps notch the award of most improved player or even 6th man of the year. It will be a little bit more crowded in the Kings bench rotation because returning to action is number 6 Yang Jingming from his 15-game suspension. We'll get to that as we go along. Soon enough, we will be tipping off here from Xingzhuang Gymnasium, where the Kings so far on the season have 6 wins to 3 losses. And they do play with a faster pace at home. Both themselves and their opponents will keep up the scoring. As recall, their biggest loss for their season is against the Dreamers, where they allowed 120 points. Both teams featuring the same import trio as a few consecutive games now. That'll be something to look out for. Yang Sixian and Lai Jianzong and Huang Xiaohan will be the 3 officials for tonight's affair. Let's get to the starters on the Steelers side from left to right. Hashim Zimbi, Femi Olujobi, Weber Zhangbo-Wei, number 28 Xin Jiao, who we introduced pregame, and number 4 Chen Youwei. And the Kings will have 3rd-year Chen Junan next to Christian Anigue, Joseph Lin, Xiaoli Ling Liren getting his first career plus league start, and Tony Mitchell. So talk about changes to the starting lineup. Xiaoli has already played 54 plus league games and is his first start. 3-year member of the Kings and 1 inaugural year with the Lioneers. And for Chen Junan, only his 8th start of his plus league career. Meanwhile, Su Jingyao, we mentioned in the previous broadcast, with his 100th game played, just trailing Winston Taiwan. This is his 88th start, and Weber Zhangbo-Wei scored 15 in his last game versus the Pilots, and getting the nod from head coach Qiu Dazhong. They get the start in this one. It is the 3rd time these 2 teams are playing each other on the season. The last time they played each other was 50 days. Back on December 3rd in Fengshan, where the game was pretty much bogged down with 55 combined free throws. Previously, it was November 26th here in Xingzhuang, where the Kings basically outshot the Steelers and held them on defense from all ranges. So on a special Uber Eats theme, they even brought the ball out with a Uber Eats delivery bag. The Kings will be wearing their white jerseys and the Steelers with their alternative red jersey set. Mitchell tipping it to his teammates, and that's how we get started. Mitchell didn't get any help, launches one. Kings get it back. In yesterday's affair, Rebounding was a huge deal as Joseph Lin uses the right hand off glass. So this is 13 games this season for him, and he started all 13 of them. Early touch for Kaohsiung to beat, and a late whistle comes in. Kaohsiung to beat definitely has the size advantage, and Mitchell wasn't perfectly vertical. Perhaps the referee would have let it go if he made the shot. Need a first free throw miss. Has not been his strong suit, as we know from his days with the Lioneers and his brief stint now with the Steelers. Now he goes 0 for 2. Tied up, and the Kings hold on. Mitchell trying to find a teammate, but Steelers cover it up. Kind of a part of a pass, part of a shot from Joe, and the Steelers up ahead. Both third-year players Chen Yowei and Chen Jungnan as the B flies in for the dunk. Visiting us on the broadcast booth, and the Steelers are now on the board. Another runner, and this time it bounces out for Joseph Lin. Christian Inigwe tasked with guarding Femi Olujobi, one of the league leaders in points, as Weber with a tough lay-in. Seen that plenty in the victory against the Pilots. Labeled as one of those hard-nosed players. Look what I found, but Joseph Lin misses from close. He has to beat nearby. Now a three-point shot attempt. It's a swish for number 1. The scoring is one thing, but my pregame notice, because he's initiating the offense, the note is he's also had a career high in assists per game. 5.8 on the season. We'll see if he can also control his turnovers too. You see a replay of Tabit running the lane. This is Mitchell came over to help. 9 turnovers, then 8 in the last 2 games, as Olujobi answering with a tray himself. Down to Mitchell, and it's an early take foul by Weber. Only the first for the Steelers. Now, because the Kings are a little bit short with their point guard depth without Jeremy and without Lee Ka-yin, they're actually choosing to bring Kenny Manigault off the bench. He came off the bench in yesterday's game. Maybe kind of as an early look to what would happen in this game. But of course, kind of understandable that Jeremy, after scoring 43, might need some rest on a back-to-back. And Lee Ka-yin took a hard fall. An Igwe quick 3. Olujobi in the mid-range. It's a brick, but Tabit in the right spot will lay it in with the left hand. So the Steelers now with a 9-5 lead. So Jungnan from the center, short and to the left. Nobody getting back as Zambo away will blow the layup. Chance for the Kings to capitalize on a mistake. Inigwe going to the move, right-handed shot, tough. Pretty decent defense, but even better offense. Zijiao dumping it to Chen Yowei, who was cutting, and another score. The Kings are not getting enough defensive effort out there. Quick turnover as the Steelers have an open shot. Weber got it. So Coach Marchand unmoved. He'll let his starters try to run one more play at least. Signal stopping Joe as he switches to the left side. No pass there. Mitchell from the short corner. All net. Tony Mitchell in yesterday's game had 11 points on 4 of 8 shooting from the field. To be kind of left on an island, looking for a teammate. Gets a weak pass off to Weber, who's in the mid-post, trying to beat his man with physicality. And probably got away with an offensive foul there. But the referees don't whistle, and it's just an out of bounds. Quick pace in the game. We've arrived at our first commercial timeout of the broadcast. We'll be back after this. Steelers Kings from Chungcheong. Plus League broadcasts are supported with likes from viewers like you. New Taipei Queens conclude their second dance of the evening, as the Steelers right now hold an early 14-9 lead of the ball game. Here's your second graphic. The Kings have actually seen their dominance over the Plus League increase just by little, up to the now plus 5.9 per game. So take 101.3 minus 5.9 is the points allowed. Without Jeremy there at the bottom, just a modest -1. That first season, they were the 4th seed and had to play the #1 seed in the Lioneers after a kind of a tough stretch where they only had DeAndre Liggins, their only import. It was a season concluded with Thomas Welsh, Byron Mullins with the Liggins as Sichiao slips underneath and an easy score. Marchand has brought in Kenny Manigault, presumably play a power forward, and something was amiss. Last season, they were the #1 seeded team. There's a whistle before the block, and if the block was legal, they can count it just the same, but if it's illegal, it would be a goaltend. Take another look at Olu Joby creating a contact. Looks like it's on the way up. Kenny Manigault was swished with his first attempt. A 71% free throw shooter on the season. He had a very strong effort in yesterday's game, pulling down a season high 18 rebounds. Did have 8 points in Q1 and Q4, which, if you think back on it, are pretty critical for them to bridge the gap to Jeremy scoring. To beat ISO coverage by Anigue, face of the basket. Don't know what happened there, but he dropped the basketball. So score on the free throws, and now a forced turnover by the Kings. Let's see if they can close the gap. One dribble pull up from Joe, got it. Hot start for #1, as now he's got 8 points Get past as Sijingyao will try for 3. Little kings on kings friendly fire and a nice rugby scrum from Ling Liren to get it out to a teammate as foul in transition. Right now, Kings starting to gain the momentum. The aforementioned Su Zixuan will be coming into the game, and on the Steelers side, they'll be making a couple changes as well. It'll be Rice coming in with a center, rookie center, Daniel. Rice in his 3rd game with the Steelers here in Taiwan. A shot from close. It's Manigal. Olujobi up close, stopped as Daniel fouled on the 2nd effort. Lots of physicality down low for sure. Another look. So we got free throws coming up as Yang Jingming will check into his first Plus League action here in Season 4. Two-time Plus League MVP, 3-time All-First Team. As Daniel knocks down the first free throw. Daniel averaging 6.4 points on a pretty decent 45% from the field. His 3-point shot is also not something teams can really leave out all the time. And a second. So with Yang Jingmi and due back in a few more games in Quincy Davis, the Kings will really have a lot of depth from top to bottom. Out in the air, Amigo from left 35, short. He has played in several East Asia Super League games for the Kings. Joseph Lin feeling it, knocks down another 11 points to his first quarter. Halfway there to match Jeremy's mark. Rice missing from close, but Olujobi had an advantageous position, keeping the Steelers up in front. Probing the baseline, needing an outlet. After deflect pass, Sushi's got a look. Only iron and a whistle. It will stay with the Kings. Getting a look at the positioning. It's certainly close between Inigwe and Daniel, excuse me. Driving, but pass not quite there. Inigwe recovering with a right-handed hook will get the soft bounce. And the Kings are back up by 1. Weber's got to catch and shoot. That's good. Tumbleaway on the season now improving to a 45% three-point shooter. Might have been a hands-on, but they're still playing as we have a scrum right on the jump circle. And the former Braves teammates tied up together. That's Joseph Lin and Tumbleaway. Actually, were champions together too in the first season of the Plus League. So Joe will head off to well-deserved rest. He's replaced by number 24, Venti. As you see Jeremy. on the bench along with Byron Mullins. Still trying to come back from an injury. Rice taking the bump, putting it up for an air ball as Amigo in the vicinity can't make the save. They'll stay with the Steelers. But Mitchell is also back in. And the ball passed out of bounds. Venti will try left side 45 from downtown, Hong Zhisan. That'll force Qiu Dazhong to call a timeout with the Steelers defense has been allowing some of these open King shooters. The Kings, as a team on the season, have been only third in the league in three-point percentage at 31.5 behind the Braves, and if you can believe it, the Lioneers. Let's listen in to Qiu Dazhong conduct the timeout.
我们的开会赛前讲了，我们的优势在哪里？不要打又没有优势了，我们漏掉三分太多了。那个我笑，还笑林书伟谁？All right, where's a ball called triangle? Something like that, okay? All right, Rice, okay? 讲清楚吧。OK， 好。如果守区域的时候，这个走上线，你要走上线，这个不能帮啊，这个一般都打掉了啦。OK， 现在关键他拿球的时候 ，OK，All right。
So to give you the translation, we talked pregame about where our advantage is, and we're allowing too many open threes. Look for Joseph Lin on the defensive end, though he's recently been on the bench. Let's look at the graphic as provided by our colleagues at Momo Television. Liu Lu there highlighted is #1 in the league in terms of point scoring average for players 37 years and experience. While other locals on the team, you go down to Chen Youwei, who's 24 years old, Daniel, who's 23, and then acquired via the trade with the Pilots, Si Jinyao, among some of their leaders. And to run the point, at least for this possession, is Wang Luxiang, #8. Early paint touch for Ojobi, quick spin. Got a step, didn't have the angle. Manigault, nice slip, but did not have possession for a shot as Yang Jingming probing, spinning, a tough shot, and drains it. His first points back in the Plus League. Little Lou between the legs looking for Daniel as the help comes and a foul. Too much contact. Will only be the Kings' 4th, so they did have one to give. And a look, Yang Jingming. Great body control. He's always had really good shoulder alignment on his shots, no matter how they come. Rice a little loose with it as there'll be a backcourt violation. Rice was a leading scorer in the other league here in Taiwan in last season. So far, still looking for a shooting touch. Both games scored 17 points, had 5 rebounds and about 3.5 assists. Well, he's only played 2 games. Manigault will try from deep. But the chemistry is getting better. The first game he's only +1, then last game a +13 for Revante. That shot foul from the side. Get another look at that one, as thanks to Daniel's screen, did have a little bit of look. Might have a case, Kenny Manigault does. So Rice, only 8 for 29 from the field. This game in future is to improve. That's only about 28%. He did hit 11 of 13 free throws in his debut, which helped him to his point total. Goes 1 for 2. This combination of Olujobi, Rice, and Tabit have only played together for 2 games, as Rice too physical. The Steelers did have a foul to give. Pong will come in for Daniel, so the Steelers are quite a bit smaller right now. Manigault running into Pong Pong and a tough running hook. About the name of the game. Olujobi screening for Rice, as Sushi will be called for the foul, trying to body with Olujobi. Trying to block out for position. Femi, well, Sushi saying that he got hooked, but I would say he stuck his hand in there to try to hold illegally. So the hook definitely came after, and that's something the Plus League officials have done a better job cleaning up, especially last season. Didn't see that nearly as much. But down by 4, Olujobi dropping in the first free throw. Was a member of the Steelers last season, and this year taking a step up in his role, 24.4 points per game. Among the league leaders. Above average shooter from all 3 ranges, 2s, 3s, and free throws. A little double ball screen. Rice jumped on it, and Sijinyao will have a free lane. Basket interference, so chance for the Steelers to reset their defense and to bring in Hashim Tabit on the Kings interference call. Wouldn't have really mattered again, but the substitution is made. Ego from the right corner, jab step, his shot. Jimmy at it again. Bringing the team up to 30 points on the quarter. Ball getting loose. Mitchell up to Manigault, 3-on-1, a quick layup and a foul. Wonder where Kenny Manigault went. Disappeared all the way into the corners of the lower level here. Taking her right to the basket as Tabit got under him. Thankfully, everybody's all right. Tabit's first personal. Wet spot on the floor, so the mop boy from the Steelers, under the their Kings basket, putting a little extra run in. Well, the referees have a little bit of a conversation. Maybe they'll go to the monitor for a specialty foul. I'd like to hear about it from the MC in the arena. There are no challenges when it comes to fouls, only out of bounds or possible violations of a certain variety. There are 5 different qualifications for an unsportsmanlike, and the only one that I think might apply here is to be dangerously getting under Kenny Manigault, though a play like that, kind of hard to explain. He doesn't go up and try to contest at the rim, just tries to psych out Manigault, but there is contact made. Xiaohan indicating, I think it's just a common foul. Free throws coming up, and if the Steelers can get it back after the second, they'll have about 11 seconds. Rattling the first. Kenny Manigault featuring a light pink headband. Too strong with the second. A little bit physical with the rebound. But only 3 seconds left. Sijiao with a pass to beat with a deep 2. And it will count if it's in before the time. And very expressive Hashim to beat with a little gesture after the fact. We'll see about it after, but the first quarter is now in the books. We'll be back after this.
If 如果点得到的话，帮我比个圈。来哦，我们空心菜点得到吗？空心菜点得到的话，比一个圈。还有，有球迷发现我们大荧幕已经开始在玩。空心球点得到吗？哎，没错，空心球点不到。可以，在空心菜下面的朋友点得到吗？还是点不到？小朋友也来到我们球场啊。空心菜点得到吗？我们1楼的朋友，我们在大荧幕上喽。空心菜，一边空心菜一边空心球，空心球点得到吗？没错，标准答案。空心菜点得到吗？叮咚叮咚。感觉准备了一下，跟我们大荧幕互动一下。空心球点得到吗？空心菜呢？空心球对了，空心菜，标准答案，一个圈圈，一个叉叉。来，小朋友有在用 Uber Eats 吗？空心菜点得到吗 ？Hello， 欢迎来到新庄体育馆哦。
PLeagueofficial.com/shop, where you can get Plus League merch from all 4 seasons. The early goings of the ball game on hand, the new Taipei Kings with a 31-29 lead against the Kaohsiung 1-7 Live Steelers. Yang Jiming paused free for 3, and that one barely grazed the rim. Don't feel too bad for him. Yang Jiming among the Plus League career leaders in points scored. Did have a couple of baskets in the first quarter. Coming back from a suspension, Rice taking a tough jumper, and that's cash. Rice was previously over from the field. Had a point on a free throw as Mitchell will give it a try, and that one is good. Quickly looking at my stat sheet, Mitchell has made now 4 3-pointers Long rebound out to number 14. Rice tried to get a foul on the shot. The alley and the good adjustment. Nice shot by Mitchell to adjust. Now, the first touch of the basketball, maybe not the worst thing in the world, but he tossed it right to Kenny Manigault. So, in a funny way, that'll be kind of the delay of game warning. There you see he touched the basketball, wanted to throw it to the referee, but Manigault intercepted. Another look as Tank will come in. Now the Kings playing properly sized up with Mitchell at the center, Tank power forward. Flip up, but Sijin couldn't finish it off. Two former Pilots players getting connected there. Yang Jimmy now back to the basket. As Taipei comes to double, and then a whistle. I think it's going to be on Hashim to beat for getting a little bit too much arm. There you see Tank floating into the baseline. And between plays, getting instruction from Yang Jingmi. Manigault will pull up. That one's short as Tabit will collect. Little Lou created some space with a step back as Tabit blocked at the rim by Tank. Manigault getting into some trouble with that behind the back. He coughs it right up. Contact as Little Lou takes some hard contact from Tank there. To quote Kenny Manigault, that's the big belly. Good little big belly work there. Clean block up top. Not a shooting foul, curiously enough. So baseline out of bounds for the Steelers. Beat left open, but passes right out. Little Lou will try, and that's a plank. The 5-point lead, they're going down low, and a whistle as Yang Jiming trying the early rim run. Second team foul for the Steelers. It'll be a baseline out of bounds for the Kings. Venti from top, hits it. Just an easy down screen play from the Kings. Beat, too strong. Skip pass, Yang Jiming from the right side this time, too easy. And Cho Da-zong having to call his second timeout of the half as the welcome party in Xinzhuang has been a warm one for number 6, Yang Jingming. We got a break coming up as the Kings right now rolling.
我们一球是2个人，1颗球是2位朋友，所以捡到球的朋友记得呼朋引伴。
sub, that's not for substitution, but for you to help the Plus League reach 300,000 subscribers. It's a Kings run to start the second quarter to now build up an 11-point lead. Let's see what Coach Cho for the Steelers had to say to his team and what adjustments they make out on the floor. No changes personnel-wise for the Kings, but Weber and Tanyoe are in along with Olujobi. Deep shot from Olujobi, and just like that, nylon. Double pin down for Yang Jimmy, doesn't open it up. So little screen as Manigault, there was a whistle. Definitely a tough one to take here for the Steelers, but Manigault was kind of spinning into a little bit of trouble there. There's a lot of number 6 jerseys around the building. It will be a baseline out of bounds with the Steelers. Now 3 team fouls. You can tell by the white bars underneath the team logos. That's the foul counter. Jump pass as Mitchell with a one-handed hammer. Assist the Yang Jingbing. That's the kind of gravity that a strong scorer, especially a strong shooting scorer, can provide a team with those slips. Olujobi will try another one. 2 doinks as Manigault trying to fight off Daniel, who's not a substantial height and a wingspan difference advantage over him. Almost got that board, but out of bounds. There you see when the shooters jump out, or the defenders jump out on shooters, the big man, as long as they float into the open space, they'll get their chance. Femi dropping it off. Daniel dribbling it off his own foot, and it's a turnover, but it's another turnover by the Kings. Little 3-on-1. Olujobi, that'll be goaltending. Not the worst thing in the world. Definitely a good show of effort by Mitchell. His teammates did turn the ball over after all. Now Tinkle try from left side, 45, and got the bounce. A little celebratory fist pump for number 11. Rice to Jerry on the left side, trying to take more senior Venti with physicality, popping a shot, no good. It's the Kings again. Yang Jimmy taking the contact and getting a shot off, but he'll have to earn it from the line. Coach Cho already out of timeouts for the half. They have an uphill climb ahead of them. Very strong career free throw shooter, Yang Jingming. Good with the first. In the regular season, appeared in 87 games out of 94 in the first 3 seasons, a attendance rate of 92%. So not only very productive out on the floor, but also proven to be very durable and resilient physically. Weber's mid-range is off. Coming at an okay time because kind of one of their better wing defenders in Ling Jingbang fell hard on his backside and is out for the game as Weber committed his third foul. That's the other injured player to report on for the Kings. Presumably Jeremy out with generic, lots of wear and tear. And of course, fatigue probably playing a factor. Yang Jiming missed the last free throw, but made the correction here. Joseph Lin is back into the fray, adding to the difficulties for the Steelers out there. Number 6, Cho Bo-zhang will come in as Weber has 3 personal. Rice doubled by Tang. Could not find a passing outlet, but oh, Joby, he's got an open look. No. Steelers really can't afford misses with these open looks. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Yang Jiming guarded by number 6, Cho Bo-zhang. Swing pass to Tang, fakes one out, tries another 3. So close, but Mitchell following him up. Puts it through on the putback. Up to a 16-point lead. Jerry putting one up. Just short as Daniel, those long arms getting another possession. Olujobi can't get past the wall of Kings defenders. Deflection as Joseph Lin keeps it in bounds. Good effort play. Manigal hack from Daniel from behind. And again, the Kings are having their way on that end of the floor after good defensive efforts. And again, Cholatong, all he can do now is make substitutions. So good run for Yang Jiming. He'll go off with Mitchell. And we'll get to introduce number 18, Lin Ziwei, or George. Remember him by his very deep voice. Kenny Manigal already on the game with 7 points. Perfect switch with his first. Marty with a couple rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. You can follow along with the stats of the game. PLeagueofficial.com/game/467. This particular one. So Steelers called a timeout. They were down by 1 in the first quarter and then down by 11 in the second quarter. They're out of it. Cho Bo-zhang will try. A long rebound, a little friendly fire, Kings on Kings crime. Rice will knock it down. A good break that the Steelers needed. 3-point shooting on the quarter. Kings up by a couple of makes, that is. Joe has a lane, ball out of bounds, they say, off of a King. Probably a clean strip by a Steeler. Got a hand on it, but Steelers hang on. Cho Bo-zhang will get to the mid-range and off the backboard. And that'll lead Coach Marchand to call a timeout with the Kings up by 13. Didn't get to catch JJ Jianyo to check into the game. He started in yesterday's action. Excuse me, he started in a previous game yesterday, 4 points. It does make sense that for the first time this season, Jeremy's not playing in a home back-to-back for the Kings. It still averages 16 points, almost 7 assists, but only on a shooting percentage of 35% from the field. Of course, back-to-backs, coaches and players talk about it all the time, that kind of wear it puts on your body. And I think after scoring 43, you might be able to get a pass for that. Previously, is because the Kings were playing on a Wednesday for East Asia Super League action, and the second game especially, or the first game especially, when they had to travel to play the Morocco Bolts in Manila. They're on the road again this upcoming Wednesday to Okinawa. Looking at the rest of the roster, the import trio of Tony Mitchell, Christian Anigue, and Kenny Manigault have played together and have amassed a 3 wins, 0 loss record. With last night, they only played 25 to 27 minutes apiece, so not nearly as much fatigue put on those bodies as we do play 48-minute ball games. So let's see what Coach Marchand drew up. This pass was JJ was curling. Now dangerous pass, but getting an opportunity and blowing it at the basket. It's Cho Bo-tsang. I really don't want to be saying how many times the Plus League players miss these layups, but it is not 0. Far from that. JJ catch and shoot, raising the front side from his perspective. So Rice with a bump and then a delayed jumper. Manigault, quite a strong guard out there. Might be quite a bit for Rice to handle in transition. He's bouncing the ball around, but it's going to be a turnover up ahead to Taipei. Wide layup is missed. Olujobi foul, and will swirl it in. So that's several turnovers in a row for the Kings. And you see former Braves teammate in George and Joseph there. You see one miss, and not much Joseph Lin could do there. I guess one alternative was to don't even touch Olujobi and concede the 2 points. But if you are lucky, maybe you could get a hand on the ball. And one is made. Flip out to Big Sushi, but the Steelers right now switching everything. Manigault strong. Looks like the Kings can't secure the rebound. Substitution to get Tenchunan in, as Kings will only have one import out there. That one import is Christian Anigue playing center, as Sushi free from the corner. No. Fast break. Spoiled by the arm of Jian Yoza, who wants Marchand to review. And it looks like there will be a challenge. So on the second quarter, the Kings shooting percentage, not bad. but they have committed 5 turnovers. And they have missed 3 of their last 3-point attempts. They've had some open looks. Now the Steelers, of course, had some blown layups. As you see, it is close. Bouncing right past our cameraman there on the baseline. That baseline look might be the best angle they have. The game commissioner sitting at the scorer's table. The head of basketball operations, Kaohsiung, in the face mask, looking at another monitor by the broadcasters. Broadcast assistants there at the scorer's table. It is pretty close to a 50-50 ball. We only got to see it one more time. Looks like they'll stay with their original call. Don't fault JJ too much for that one. It was a very close play. Kings match up as Centurion and Rice gets the stop as JJ kind of lost his footing there. 2.5 minutes to go, already 54 points for the new Taipei Kings playing at home. Trying to hit Mitchell down low, off to Inigue, and a foul, though George did get a hand on the basketball, but maybe the body came first. It will result in Kings free throws. There you see, kind of wonder if Joseph Lin delivered the basketball too late, but great awareness by Mitchell to always be looking for that teammate on the weak side corner. Inigue with the free throw made. Rookie out of UC Davis, woohoo. Trying to improve on 14 for 21 free throw shooting up to tonight's action. Olujobi freed up from a Taipei screen. Fight for the rebound, almost won by former King Li Xiwei. Floating it up, Tony Mitchell with the jam, thanks to Joseph Lin's nice toss up there. Steelers tried to do the same, but to be forced out. Did have a live dribble left as Olujobi is spinning into trouble, swirling it in. I would say he definitely created the contact for the most part, so the referees let it go. I definitely imagine that play might go into the high reels. A little kick out, JJ will try, and that's off iron. Certainly trying to find that shooting stroke. He's not been as dead-eye as he's been in the past. Quick foul by Chen on his former Shreds on the team. Get another look. I definitely thought he was eyeing up a score himself, but caught Mitchell in the air at the same time and delivered a dime. Hit one, can't hit another. That was number 6, Chopo Zhang, who popped free. Slip pass, Mitchell. Creating advantage, and a offensive 3 seconds. Probably not the worst result for the Kings, as that ball was looking like a live ball turnover. Way looking back as, I don't know if there was too much defense or to be just straight up missed the dunk. In and out with the three, and Kings do a good job stopping the fast break. Steelers cough it up, and a little 2-on-2. Clutching and laying it in was Joseph Lin. Now up to 13 points. His first score of the quarter. Li Ruiqi used to go by Ling Yingfeng. A running shot is in. And that'll be the conclusion of the first half. So the Kings had a 2-point lead after the first quarter, now with a 12-point lead heading into a halftime. Teams will talk it over in their locker room. Let's take a break before we bring you the halftime analysis from this one.
那播放的音乐呢，唱这首歌的本人也来到现场。We got a young king in the house， 欢迎来到我们的新庄城堡。好的，那么现在呢，接下来要进行的呢是我们的中场游戏 ，Uber Eats Yes or No 投球 PK， 也就是呢点得到以及点不到的投球 PK 赛。那么呢，我们工作人员帮我们迅速的把球抬上来，我们也请这个。 刚刚幸运的4位球迷朋友，好，球迷朋友来到我们的中间，谢谢。好，那我来讲解一下规则给各位听。那如果有不理解的，再问我就好了。那我们呢，规则很简单 ，Yes or No， 无非的 Yes or No 就是点得到跟点不到的。那我们2位帅哥，你们就是黑队，好不好？ 黑队，那美女跟帅哥，我们就是绿队，我们Uber Eats的颜色的队。好，那你可以看到你们的每一队都有8颗球，对不对？你有绿队有绿色的8颗球，黑队有黑队的8颗球。那分别呢有4个东西是点得到的，点得到的全部投进绿色的Uber Eats的餐车。那如果点不到的呢，请投到后方的。 黑色箱子 ，OK 吗？所以不是黑队就丢黑箱子哦，是点得到跟点不到 ，OK 吗？理解吗？对，点不到丢黑色箱子，点得到的丢绿色箱子。没错，那记得呢，丢之前要给我们旁边的工作人员来，工作人员挥挥手，我们工作人员呢会帮你们检查，这个是正确答案，他会给你比个圈。 不是的话，请拿回来，或者是跑到对面 ，OK 吗？把球放到正确的地方 ，OK。好，那我们呢，请各就各位，我们准备。没错，黑队记得只拿黑色的球哦，绿队是绿色的哦。好，来，我们准备哦。游戏开始。好的，双方，没错。 好的，哦，速度非常的快哦。我们这个要给工作人员看，要给工作人员看哦，要给工作人员看。很好，快煮壶，没错 ，Uber Eats 买得到。来，就近。好，我们的飞盘买得到吗？可以。最后，请问一下，啦啦队买得到吗？买不到，没错。好的，那恭喜我们的黑队。 成为我们今天的获胜者，那麻烦那2位，请移到我们的这一侧好吗？谢谢。
Thank you for sticking with us. It's a halftime here from Xinjiang Gymnasium, home of the Kings. They have the 60-48 lead over the Steelers. Xiaohu and Ling Zilong on the Mandarin broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen, your Plus League English commentator. The next time we'll see a Plus League midweek game is Wednesday, January 31st in Taipei Kaohsiung Gymnasium. Back to the basketball game we have on hand. The Steelers, you can say, are doing okay just to keep it within the 12-point margin it is now, but the second quarter, the Kings really demonstrated their right now better form of play and advantage out there. holding the Steelers to only 8 of 27 shooting from the field and only 1 free throw attempt. Solid defense without forcing their opponents to turn it over. In particular, if you talk about maybe the scoring from their locals, Zambowe is their highest scoring local of the game, but all of his 8 points came in the first quarter. Meanwhile, Femi Olojobi, of course, is their scoring spark, but he's had to work super hard for it in the half court. Meanwhile, newcomer to the Steelers, relatively speaking, Ravonte Rice, still trying to find his stroke as well. Not shooting all that efficiently through 2.5 games in the Plus League. And you know, Kashim Thabit usually joins the offense on the slower end, being a defensive first-minded player and also having some physical limitations. So when he's out there, it's mainly only a handoff and screener. And the team has not been able to find him up close as often. Meanwhile, on the Kings side, they've welcomed back Yang Jingming, who's able to get to the line and make a tough jumper for 6 points. But Tony Mitchell has, again, been a great scoring outlet and sometimes even a good assister out on the floor. And there's the combined team statistic where the Steelers only trailed the Kings with 1 rebound. They're a bit more aggressive on the offensive rebounding side. The Kings have more assists at 14 and a couple more turnovers. I'm sure they want to clean that up, especially because a couple of those have happened in transition. Now the Kings have missed several open 3-pointers, and that's why it still is a little bit of a ball game. Leading scorers in the next segment.
非常好，讲的这就是实话。Okay, we got a corner city and got a championship. Alright, 那欢迎呢大家等一下呢有在我们的大荧幕上拍到你的朋友们，都可以跟我们的摄影师以及我们的大荧幕挥挥手。Let's go, Kings!好，这个时间呢，跟各位来讲一下，在我们的南侧呢，都有好多好吃好玩的活动，以及我们的美食摊位。Alright， 大家如果呢有空闲在我们这个中休息时间，都可以到我们外面走走逛逛，包含呢我们的商品部也有全新的商品，以及呢跟各位讲一下，在我们25号1月25号以前呢，都有机会还可以预定呢。我们林书伟以及我们 Kenny Manigolds 的限量纪念 T， 在1月25号前都预购得到，也点得到啊。那所以呢，大家记得把握机会。那我们可以看一下上方大荧幕，2位美女来跟我们的大荧幕挥挥手。没错，讲到美女你就知道是你了，果然有自知之明啊！来跟我们的大荧幕挥挥手好吗？2位美女 ，Hello， 欢迎来到我们的新庄城堡。Hello， 2位来跟我们的大荧幕挥挥手好吗 ？Hello， 欢迎来到我们的新庄城堡，还有我们的小朋友。Hello， 欢迎来到我们的新庄城堡。Hello， 欢迎我们这位球迷来到我们现场。哇，拿着我们的10号跟10尾的林氏兄弟的板板。Hello， 欢迎来到我们新庄体育馆。Hello， 美女，来看一下我们的荧幕，拍到你了，来跟我们的荧幕挥挥手。Hello， 欢迎来到我们新庄城堡。Hello， welcome to the 新庄 Castle。Let's go！ 好，来，我看看，拿起来我看。 不要跟班导讲，我偷偷来看球赛。距离考试。
So if you run away from class and make a sign about it, aren't you just telling on yourself? Welcome to all of you watching the broadcast in a game between the Kaohsiung 17 Live Steelers and the new Taipei Kings. Let's bring you the leading score, starting with the Steelers. Femiolo Jobi with 16, Weber Zambo with 8, Hashim Tabit with 6, Ravante Rice with 6, and Sichinyao with 4 points for the leading scorers on the Steelers side. And on the King side, Tony Mitchell and Joseph Lin, 13 points apiece. Yang Jiming with 10, and Kenny Manigal 9, and Venti Hongzisan with a couple made 3-pointers. He has 6. The Steelers have played 13 of their 14 dressed and will rotate quite a bit of their guys. See if they can stop the Kings' attack. We'll go to one last break before the second half in 4.5 minutes.
比赛呢，在2分30秒后准备开始。好了，我们现在要准备入场的观众小朋友们，好了，各位迅速的入座，请回到自己的位置上，让我们一起欣赏这场精彩的比赛。OK，let's go。
Welcome back to the broadcast. Just a few moments away from the start of the second half. And the highlight package will belong to number 1, Joseph Lin. 13 points on 5 of 9 shooting, including 3 made threes. What's interesting is different than the last 2 games the Kings have played without Jeremy and Lee Kai-yin. Not as many high ball screens for Joseph Lin, though he's able to do it from all kinds of ranges and all different angles. And him and all of Taiwan basketball trying to get it done in transition as well. Based on the players in the huddle right now, I'd imagine the Kings want to come out with the same starters with Chen Junan and Ling Liren. from the start of the game, but who knows as to Coach Cho's choice of starting lineup for the second half. He does have Weber with 3 personal fouls. That's actually the high mark in the game, looking up at the scoreboard in the stadium. If you missed out on the first half, number 7, Jeremy Lin, probably fatigued, out for the game, and the number 9, Lee Kai-in, probably with a bruise on his backside, out of action. The second time the two of them actually resting together in Plus League action. Hashim Thabit stats from the first season with the Lioneers, and 4th season now with the Steelers. 4.7 blocks per game is the highest among all players with 6 games played or more. So far in this game, though, he has 0 block shots, as do all Steelers, and the Kings, in fact, scoring 13 of 16 two-pointers. Now, of course, not all of those layups, not all of those in the paint. Well, that's kind of indicative of the game that has gone on so far. Rice to Olujobi on the right wing. Can't shake off his defenders. Now they're going to Zue, who's got the mismatch. He flips up a shot with Mitchell coming to help. Good switch from Tony Mitchell as Joseph Lin was stuck there on the switch. Horn set with Centurion initiating. Skip pass, Anigue from the corner. Swish! Those are one of those open threes that the Kings enjoyed in the first half, and they're going to be knocking those down. Might be game over for the Steelers. Jumping the pass, but Taipei hangs on to it. His runner will bounce in. A good response from the Steelers after the made bucket by the Kings. Spinning, left-handed flip. And a tough shot from Joseph Lin up close. Weber, a quick fast break jumper. To Mitchell, avoiding the defense and laying it in softly. The Steelers all looking at each other in confusion. Away, back iron. Again, pick and roll, but floated into no man's land, so Rice will pick that off. Quick flip, Taipei will lay it in with the left hand. A lot of offense in the third quarter. Centurion really high casual dribbling. As crowded side, Shaoli trapped. 4 seconds on the clock. Anigue will try the 3. Almost as Centurion, nobody blocked him out. So finally in the hands of Joseph Lin. Popping out to Shaoli, fouled on the shot as it almost climbed in, and that'll be Weber's 4th personal. There's Shaoli taking the shot. It wasn't quite a high 5. It was a little bit more on the follow through. Alien Runs had his best game the last time the Kings played in Hsinchu, 17 points for his individual count, which tied Manigault for the team high. It was a low-scoring affair. Trying to go down low. Oh, Joby assist to Ziwei. Taking advantage of the Kings switching everything. Pass fake, Anigwe trying the Euro. And that's a mature move from the rookie. Rice guarded by Xiaoli. Put on the three-point line, so he's going to a post-up. Easy post-up there by Ravante Rice. Hands on it, and the Steelers will get a turnover. Oh, Joby rim run. Big man moves and a big man lay-in. So the deficit right now sitting at 10 for the Steelers. 5 out. And Eagle got a try. Tough shot, and somehow it falls. It's Rice taking matters into his own hands. The third quarter, that's already, I believe if I'm correct, that is already 14 points as Chen from close. In transition, staying with Zambowei. He's fouled though. And trying to get better offense out there. Kenny Manigault's ready to check into the game. Kings will huddle as Weber is about to take these free throws, and kind of late, but Su Sixuan is trying to check into the game. Kind of matching moves to bring in a power forward along with Manigault's playing the small forward. Looks like some free throw shenanigans. Weber good with the first. Again, started the game off providing a little bit of a scoring punch for the Steelers, but that was not the case in the second, as Sijian will be allowed to check in with the main free throw. Whistle as Joby was trying to apply pressure on Anigwe. They foul before the ball is inbounded. Joby and Anigwe having some words. Those two players do not have a live mic on. A live mic on, that is, so not sure what's going on, but all their teammates now kind of keep between them as they all find a new position out on the floor. Right now it looks like Joby's trying to be the irritant. "17 seconds on the shot clock, so nothing in all that urgency as ball gets back, and hopefully our ball boy finds the right one. It'll be a turnover against Joseph Lin. He had 4 in the first half. Not to say that it's all his fault, but his high turnover is definitely probably a product of how much he has to run the offense. And that's a big reason why Kenny Manigault's in there at the same time. Out to Rice. He'll take the extra deep three. More 5-out offense from the Kings. Ball got away and a whistle. And if it's on Olu Jobi, that'll be his third personal. No, it's Si Jinyao. So instead it's Si Jinyao second. Oh, some early scoring has turned into a little bit of a tense affair between the Steelers and Kings. We'll go to break. Back after this.
我们在我们商品部正门捡到一个橘色零钱包，还有东华大学的学生证，那麻烦呢，请到我们的商品部去领取你们的这2样东西，请保管好你们身上的重要物品，感谢你们。
好，还有一点点时间，我们赶快发送我们的小礼物。
没错。 把你们的双手再一次借给我们，好吗？让我们看见你们的双手。
时间不够，来喽，来喽！哇，那个板的字太小，有点看不太到。
Looking ahead to next weekend, Steelers still looking to get their first victory at home. They will have Saturday and Sunday to give it a try. Meanwhile, the Braves begin a 7-game homestand. They kind of have a lopsided schedule this season, thanks to having to share Kaohsiung Gymnasium with another team in Taiwan. It's gone quite a long stretch, and the Kings have not elected to bring in Yang Jiming when perhaps they can use some outside scoring. Xiaoli, after cross screening, down, gets the ball up, gets the ball back as he kicks it to Joseph Lin. He's got an open look. Good patience by the Kings to get an open shot as they have a ball out of bounds. They say it's off of an PLEAGUE. Pretty good set there by the boys in white. Steelers only down by 6 as Olu Jobi stopped at the rim. Chance to run. Manigault will fly in and will bounce it in. There's a lane for number 55. Manigault becoming the 5th King to reach double digits in scoring, as there's Yang Jiming ready to check in. The Steelers will elect to bring in Chen Guanquan for Ziwei. Maybe something's wrong with the defensive rotations or defensive effort. On the switch, Rice trying baseline, and there will be a whistle this time. PLEAGUE, not the tallest import, but by that he makes it up with his agility. That time just caught behind and smacking the hand of Rice from behind. Rice, 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists on the evening now. We'll bounce in another one. Collegiately last played for Illinois University. Handoff to Yang Jingming, pressured by Si Jinyao. Finds a crease, floating it up for the miss. Anigwe got a hand on it, but brushed it out of bounds. Again, pretty good Kings offense. That time the individual effort of Yang Jingming. Just can't quite see the ball through the rim. Have a split play there. Olujobi going one way and Rice going the other. Trying to power through. There's a whistle. They'll have to earn it from the line as it rolls out. Trying to go right at Su Sixuan. Couple buzzes from the scorer's table. Not really sure what's going on. Just checking the numbers. So Olujobi will step up to the line. So far on the game, 2 for 3 from the charity stripe, 20 points, which leads the game, make it 21. His collegiate last stop was DePaul. No good with a second, so the Kings with only a 5-point lead. Su Sixuan will try from 3, chase his own miss as the ball bounced out. Amigo got a hand on it, little awkward 2-on-2, will be forced out. There's a full shot clock reset. Manigault trying to split the difference, flipping it into a turnover. Yeah, Joseph Lin and Su Sixuan on a side, but kind of passed it between the two of them, and a missed 3 by Rice. No shortage of chippiness going on out there. Anigwe, beautiful spin move, but could not get the left-handed finger roll. Slips, but Pong Pong cannot make the catch. Amigo trying to jump past it as following the play was Manigault. Steelers have done well to stay in the game, just like the Dreamers did yesterday in the third quarter. But the Kings are right now doing enough to hold them at bay. Pong Pong switches the screen, gets a slip back. They start another 2-man game, this time with Chen Wei. Flipping the pass up, Pong Pong hesitating, and will eventually put it through. Not to be outdone, Manigault going quick. And Amigo foul in transition will just be a common foul. Anigwe, probably winded at this point, is going off for Mitchell. Ayo at the line. Very quick motion. Makes the first. Moving over to the Steelers right now is actually nearly a 30% three-point shooter. A 2-for-2 trip, and that'll make it a 1-possession lead left for the Kings. Down screen, but Venti throws it out of bounds. Kind of nervous tension in the audience right now. The short rotation by the Steelers has worked. Ojobi faking the handoff. They got a switch, but it's Rice attacking a Mitchell. Now Ojobi from way downtown only catches the backboard. Slip to Mitchell, stopped, and a clean block by Ojobi. Kings do a good job matching up as Rice forced into a miss following his own shot with a make. And with 2 minutes left in the third, Rice is calmed down by his teammates as he walks with the crew chief before heading to his bench. The Kings on the quarter now have allowed 23 points, not the highest. That was the opening first quarter of 29, but they have not found much offensive rhythm either. The last play, you see Rice forced into a miss, but then the fortuitous bounce of the basketball. I believe he was arguing that first play when he was trying to shoot it over Kenny Manigault. Of course, those two have been guarding each other pretty much the whole way as more words were shared. I'm sure always about the equity of the fouls called going both ways. Certainly the most important message that we heard early was Marchand wanting his team to push the pace when they can. They might be playing a back-to-back, but they're the home team. Deflected pass as the Kings set up a Hornstead. Amigo on the handoff. They have a switch. Getting into the paint, pump faking. It was a clean touch of the basketball, but let's look the other way. Olujobi clutching and laying it in. The Steelers now find themselves up by 1. Foul from Toyowe, stopping the Kings break. But if you're a Steelers fan, a chance to savor this moment here in the later part of the third quarter. There you see the quarter scoring 27-14 as Tank's checking back in relief of Sushi. Tank fresh in, stepping through and count it. That's the man they needed. Good slip pass by Venti, and Wang Luozi does the rest. Probably got through 2 contacts on the play. The free throw was perfect. So much for the Steelers lead. Quick double team as Mitchell tried to jump in there, deflected pass. Steelers put off pace, only got 5 seconds left. Toyowe down to Pong Pong, push pass and not in time. A stop for the Kings. There he sees their energy on the defensive end. Only a minute left to go. In the third, Venti bringing it up as Amigo swirls around. Not what they want. Switches as with the right hand will miss from close. Mitchell sticking with the play, keeping it high, just like a big man should. 2 straight scores for the Kings. Olujobi calling for space with Amigo in front of him. Lost the handles of it. Going the other way, Manigault took the contact, will get a trip to the free throw line. Number 30, Chen Guanquan, the man in his way. That's 1 blemish so far with the Steelers on the game. Well, shall we say in the quarter, more or less. 3 turnovers when they really can't afford it, and 0 for 4 3-point shooting. Missed first as Manigault tries to reset. Already 13 points on the evening. Almost looks like he took that second one with his eyes closed. 3 seconds left, and they pass. Slips all the way to the baseline for a turnover. Trying to contend that there was contact. Steelers get organized. Force Amigo to basically dribble out before bringing up a play or two late. So the Steelers make some headway into the Kings lead. Still find themselves up by 5 as we head to the 4th and final frame of this one.
Yes or no can？ 哎，来压力，看一下大荧幕，草手点得到吗？点得到点不到比叉，点得到比圈。超杰点得到，哦，草手点得到。那超杰呢？旁边的美女，超杰点得到吗？没错，正确答案。哇，这个我英文没那么在好，彭尊你可以吗？好的，我们超杰点得到吗？来，美女，草手点得到吗？草手对，点得到。那旁边的美女，超杰点得到吗？啊，对，没错，正确答案。好了，两位，我们来比圈或叉，点得到或点不到。草手点得到的话就比圈，超杰点不到的话就比。没错，两个默契非常好哦。来，我们下一组。好的，两位帅哥美女，我们来看一下草手点得到吗？没错。那超杰呢？哎，超杰点啊，没错，超杰点不到。Hello， 两位美女，不用再愁眉苦脸了，因为我们目前领先5分，好吗？谢谢。好，两位美女，草手点得到。好的，来，我们来比比看，草手跟超杰点得到或点不到吗？哎，那草手点得到吗？没错，够正确解答。Hello， 草手点得到吗，弟弟？点得到，点得到。啊，还没吃过草手是吗？没关系，可以去 Uber Eats 上面应有尽有，该点的都点得到。好了，那我们比赛。
Leslie 球迷 ，All My Basketball 是我本人在 ID Bar 学院吧教你篮球的英文术语，欢迎大家点资讯栏的链接一起学习。So to make up some of the deficit, the Steelers, led by head coach Cho Da-zong, had 3 of his best guys out there for the entire quarter. That was Femi Olujobi, Ravante Rice, and Chen Yowei. And they only had 4 others in rotation between Si Jinyao, Lin Ziwei, Chen Guanquan, and Zhang Bowei, who committed his 4th foul on the game, which reduced his time. The Steelers wearing reds low out of their huddle and now are ready to go. Same 5 for the Kings. As we concluded, Tank Got an open look from the corner in the face of former teammate Femiolu Joby. So the Kings trying to end it early, perhaps, as Tanyoe floater short. With the pace they want, Tank finding a lane, but missing. Tony Mitchell picks up his teammate. And just like that, a 5-0 run. A blocking foul, despite perhaps a little bit of extra antics. Get another look at the rotational play. And a good effort play by Mitchell there. Number 14, Mitchell, now has a team high at 19. It was already a team high, but now it's 19. Weber will try. That's no good. These misses are really fueling the Kings as Amigo. Tank from the other corner. Shot goes up. Yes, sir! So much for that third quarter. Kings up by 13 as Coach Cho have to go to the table. Full timeout, please. We got a problem on hand. It's number 11, Wang Bo-zi, coming alive here in the fourth.
Make some noise！ 尖叫声给我们的 New Taipei Queens， 当然全场再一次尖叫声给我们的新北国王！
拍拍扇，跟着节奏一起来
！Let's go, let's go, let's go！
跟着 Queens 一起来，跟着波子一起来。
So welcome inside the rocking Xinzhuang Gymnasium with Wang Bo-zi scoring now 12 points on the game. There you see his first half versus second half splits. But that second three-pointer in this early goings of the fourth quarter will force his coach Cho to issue his first timeout of the second half. He did save all of his timeouts in the third quarter. Just like that, Daniel is in. Try to get more mobility, even more so than Chen Guanquan. Quick shot. And keeping up the pace, Venti up to Manigault. Wang Liuxiang now at point. Can't maneuver around the screen as Weber got a hand on it, at least forcing the Kings back. Slip of the pass as Wang Liuxiang leaving it short and committing the foul. That's not going to help your comeback effort. You know, look at Weber smartly diving ahead, and Little Lou just didn't put enough under it. Kind of hard to believe from a foot and a half away from the hoop, but that's what it looked like. And commits the foul as well. Only the team's first. Used to go by Mason, now Martin is in the game chasing Amigo. Mitchell with a high jump hook, but somehow that one Goes halfway down and out. Look good and everything. Ireichi back to Daniel. Trying to put the dribble moves on Amigo. He'll try the jump hook. Both pretty decent moves, but we need to get the finish. Chang screens for Amigo. They were teammates back in their Dreamers days. All the way back in season 1, Olujobi, an early whistle. Not too sure where that came from. It's going to be Kenny Manigault reaching in with the help as Joseph Lin in for Venti. Olujobi once again leading the team in scoring. We have not seen Hashim Tabit at all in the second half. The only other import on the Steelers registered roster is Glenn Yang, but not active in 3 straight games now. Olujobi 2 for 2 from the line. Double ball screen as Joe jump pass. Mitchell hanging with it as Daniel can't force a miss. What a tough make by Tony Mitchell. Funny enough, the Steelers love to use the word "me" in their players' names as there's a offensive foul. And Femi, despite playing in the Plus League for 2 seasons, doesn't know the challenge or replay rules here. You cannot challenge fouls that don't have the chance of getting upgraded to an U. There you see, I would think if they reviewed it, Olujobi would be in trouble. More so than, I think that was Manigault down low. Now Mitchell's high of the season is 22 points. Amigo with a wide open lane, but stopped by Daniel on the back line. Shot goes up as the Steelers have the better position. Foul from underneath. Foul on Mitchell. That's his second personal. Let's get another look. A little bit more of an incidental foul than anything. Loud clank from Olujobi at the line. Pretty much been the only source of offense for the Steelers here in the 4th. Wet with the second one. Double ball screen as Mitchell left wide open, and that is a Plus League career high for number 14, Tony Mitchell. Olujobi can't counter with a 3, and Rice couldn't quite get it in on the follow-up. Kenny Manigault slicing to the cup. Hack from one of the Steelers. And a well-deserved rest for Tony Mitchell as Anigwe takes his place. Manigault again missing the first. Trying to to find the form as he communicates before the second one. And way short. Chi from close to the logo there, trying to look for Olojobi, patient with it, and Rice will get an open look. He knocks it down. Handling it from the right side, 45. Slip pass as Christian Inigue throws it down. Not even getting his hands on the rim. There's some athleticism on display. Double team Rice as the Kings recover. Little Lou tried the mid-range, blocked by Joe. Batting it back to Little Lou, and he fumbles it out of bounds. It's been a tough fourth quarter for number 8, and just like that, Coach Cho bringing in the last guy from his bench, Lu Zeyi. He'll come in on the next possession. You see the lob from Manny Galt, and I think Christian Inigue has tried that one before. Open look, Yang Qiming here with the 3, and Coach Cho will issue another timeout of the quarter. Right now the comeback out of steam. Let's listen to the Steelers timeout. With 6 minutes and 31 seconds left in the ball game, Coach Cho La-zong issuing his second timeout of the quarter, but the deficit has only increased. They last took a timeout with 10:44 in the fourth quarter, down by 9 points. Now find themselves down by 16. And the Kings, kind of the same formula, taking advantage of the Steelers switching defense and trying to apply a little bit of ball pressure, but between Joseph and Manny Galt and Hong Zisan or Venti, they can find the lobs and back passes to their bigs. We saw Christian Inigue with that throw down, and previously it's Tony Mitchell. The biggest deficit of the game was 18 points as Steelers cough it up. Joseph Flynn overshoots the runner. Kings are kind of lucky to hang on to possession. Spread out wide, Yang Qiming, ball screen behind the back. Christian avoids, swing it around. Now Tank put it on the deck, but a foul from behind. It's Rice. Trying to say that something happened to me on the other side, you guys didn't call it. So a fresh 14 on the clock. Tank, quick catch and shoot. Wow, another one! Up to now, a team 100 points. Wang Bozi now with 15. Medium Lu down to Daniel. He'll get a two-handed jam. Calming things down just for a moment. Ten seconds left. Anigwe stopped by Olujobi, and they'll throw it out of bounds. Not on the same page as Manigal. Tank staying in front of Rice as the Kings try to recover rotationally. Ball getting away, but Rice trying to make something out of nothing, swishes the turnaround. Tank given a flare screen, delivers the pass the second late as Daniel, nice hand, strips Christian down low. Lucky to not turn it over, whether stepping out of bounds or traveling. Steelers will hang on. Only 4.5 minutes to go for the Steelers to get back in. Olujobi overshooting it. Ball doesn't hit the rim, but Rice goes right up. 3-on-3 as Medium Lu might have bodied Manigault out of possession there. We'll stay with the boys in white. Coach Cho using a little C to indicate the challenge. They say Lu Zeyi. Probably the advocate for that from the beginning. The Kings have failed with their first challenge and only challenge from the, if I recall correctly, from the first half. So the Steelers, if they want to make this comeback, little momentum plays like this will matter. By how quick the referees are coming out, it doesn't look to be in their favor, or maybe it is. I spoke too soon. A moment for both coaches to address their players. A little bit of a stoppage in play. Kings, as mentioned before the broadcast began, 2 wins in a row. Steelers also 2 wins in a row. Both teams with key players out, so not at full strength, but gotta play the cards you're dealt. Ball screen for Taiyue. And again, ball screen. Trying to find the pass, but Tank just swallowed it up, occupied all those passing lanes. Trying to stay in front of Rice. He takes a tough jumper. Second chance for the Steelers as Yowei, again, off the mark. He has not been good with his runners today. Numbers for the Kings, but they don't get organized as Manigault and Joseph Flynn. Lack of concentration play. Medium Lu will lay it in with the right hand. And that's Coach Marchand calling a timeout. Well, Might be several years into your career, but even veteran point guards need to be reminded, you're the point guard and you need to always be ready to get the ball back from your teammates. I'm sure Coach Marchand, with the same message as before, you need to put your foot down and pedal to the metal and finish off your opponents. The Kings' rotation has also been reduced quite a bit in the second half. In this fourth quarter in particular, we've only seen 7 Kings players as well, with Tank, Yang Jiming, and Manigault playing the entirety of 8:27. Over on the Steelers side, it's kind of a similar story. Their import duo has been out there the whole time. Gonna look at the exploits of number 11, Wang Bozi, with a sweet shot working for him. Last season, kind of one of the bigger headlines with Coach Caminos with the Pilots making Chen Guanchen into a shooting guard sometimes. Well, I don't think that's what Marchand is intending, but Tank has been shooting the ball with confidence with his opportunities. Lobbing it up there. Daniel got a hand on it. Rice taking it all the way. Stop at the rim. Got it back as he kicks it out. Lu Ziyi will try from 3, and that one rattles in. Game not over yet. 3 minutes to go. It's only a 10-point Kings lead. Amigo fouled though. That's one way to stop your opponent's momentum. Yang Jiming with a pretty strong return to the floor. Already 13 points. As mentioned, his plus league career average is 16 points. And that doesn't take a big dip in the playoffs. Only 16.4 down to 16.2. Referees are probably a little bit on edge whenever a free throw takes place these days, as they've made a number of mistakes. The pass looks like they went to, was intended for Anigwe. Couple free throws made and a turnover right to Yang Jingming. Anigwe in the middle, almost dropped the dribble, in some trouble, out to Joseph Lin, is up and out. Time's winding down on the Steelers' comeback efforts. Femi Olujobi from an impossible angle, forced into a miss. Playing keep away, now faking to the basket. Amigo had that one swatted out of his hands. And with under 2 minutes to go, substitutions with every dead ball and every make. Linziwei will come in for Daniel, but Coach Cho will utilize his third full timeout. But he must be sensing that the Kings are going to their best guys out there, and the Steelers have not had a good answer defensively. The 5 players looks like they'll have in there Olujobi, Jerry, Lu Ziyi, Linziwei, and presumably Rice. In the second half, Rice and Olujobi have combined for, I believe, 23 of the Steelers' points. But in this fourth quarter, Rice only 2 for 7, Olujobi 0 for 3. We have a little intruder on the basketball court, but not a big problem. The cheerleaders putting a little extra work to help prevent a delay of game on the home team. Migo to inbound. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Three seconds left. Back to Yang Jingmi. To Enigue losing time and a straight turnover. No shot clock violation. Sending away. Beautiful spin move missing, and Femi with a right hand to make. Looks like Christian Enigue took a bump on that play. A good result for the Steelers, but again, time is running low. Rice trying to stick with Manigault. He puts up a shot, a foul, and one. Well, so much for that. Kenny Manigault letting out a yell, but delivering the basketball to the target just the same. Getting a look at this one. Rice, definitely a hand on the forearm. And he completes three-point play the old-fashioned way. 105-92. Steelers need buckets, need them quick. George screening as Rice probing, time running down. A good deep shot. King still playing keep away with the Steelers not stepping up. So if he's going to run the clock down, it's going to be 35 seconds and a foul. No fouls to give. Might be signaling a defeat right there. Unless Ravante Rice wants to keep trading twos for threes. Stick around for the post-game player or coach interview as Manigault, couple of tough free throws made. You can see him wincing with both shots. Long rebound. Eventually won by Christian. That was a good effort, and that might be it. Shot clock is still turned on, but on the game, the Kings with control in the driver's seat. They had 6 players scoring double digits as Joseph Lin drilling the deep shot. And with this last inbound, presumably the results of the game determined. Tony Mitchell with 23 points, 16 rebounds, as one more block, maybe not another, and a couple rebounds and the 2 points for Rice will conclude the ball game. But Tony Mitchell, 23 points, 16 rebounds, both plus league highs this season for himself personally. And the Kings now with 3 straight victories. You saw that big first half of 60 points. And the Steelers do make it a ball game in the second half, but again, kind of run out of horses there towards the end. You know they count on Olujobi. You know they now count on Rice and Toyowe. But when you have such a big hole to climb out of, it's not an easy task. The last two victories the Steelers had against the Pilots, they built up big leads in the first half. That was not the case in today's affair. We'll see which player that the broadcast partners with Momo TV here catch up with. Tank is the player signing the mini basketballs to give away. And not a lot of fans have left the building. They want the signature from one of the big heroes today, Wang Bozi. 15 points is a personal high with the new Taipei Kings. On the Steelers side, they had all 14 players out there, led by Olujobi's 28 points, 14 rebounds. Rice also broke through the 17-point mark now with 24 on the night. But Tank is on the microphone, asked about the three-pointers. Was that a set play or what things that he wanted to attempt? Tank saying the first three might have been his open look, but the team and the coaching staff set up plays for him for the next few. Now asked about the back and forth commenting. And Tank saying the physical contact between him and former teammate Olujobi. Physicality is his game, but using Tank's physicality to cancel it out. Now asked about the team's adjustments recently. Then Tank saying the team has been practicing together, so there is continuity no matter who's in and who's out. Now, asked about Yang Jimmy returning to Plus League action. And Tank being bashful, saying Amigo is kind of his older brother, so always welcoming him. Thanks to Tank joining our post-game press conference, or excuse me, post-game content. We'll be back after this.
Bozi 没事啊 ，Let's go！ 哇！我第一次看到水面泼成这样，但表情完全没变了。带来给Bozi的尖叫声！继续支持我们新美国，继续支持我们的皇家坦克王Bozi ，Let's go！ 好，非常感谢呢，今天莅临我们新庄城堡的各位。那我们呢，祝大家这2天呢都有一个非常愉快的周末。那这2周呢，我们新美国也拿下了2场胜利。继续呢，我们下一次在我们的新庄城堡不见不散。Let's go, Kings！
A final word from Xinzhuang Gymnasium, where the Kings able to take the game 110-97 over the Steelers, who conclude a 3-game road trip in 3 weeks, that is. A look at our Mandarin broadcasters in Hu Junqi and Lin Zilong. I'm Ryan Chen, taking care of you guys on the English broadcast, and despite the ups and downs in the games, I definitely feel like the consistent thing for the Kings really applied when they were able to put in a strong effort on the defensive end, create turnovers or get stops via the rebound. That gave them a lot of energy to go on the offensive end. So thanks for tuning into the broadcast. On behalf of the 6 teams in the league and the league offices, I've been Ryan Chen. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.